welcome back. Today we'll be talking about a resume for a virtual assistant, social media manager, and a freelancer alike. This mainly applies to folks who are looking to be employed by a business, by an entrepreneur, sole proprietor. If you are looking to work for an agency, you might need to add some extra details or reformat it slightly. But this is still a good structure so that your potential employer knows your skills. So first I want to show you an okay resume and highlight the good points and not so good points about it. So Carlos here put a nice little paragraph here to summarize his profile, which is always good, but do I have time to read it? Probably not. I'm probably going to try to find if he's capable to do the job I need him to do. So then I move on to employment history. Do I really care what was the company's name and what he did or what his responsibilities were rather? Those could have been shared with his teammates. He could have been just taking part in it. So that really, again, doesn't tell me anything, even with the bullets underneath it. Personal information here. Who really cares where, what street we live on these days? It's all electronic. Care about an email and a few other details I'll show you later. This is too much information, irrelevant, waste of space. All of this experience really doesn't tell me much, and it's too much to read. I don't have the time for that. Education. Really, I don't care where you've taken your English course or where you went to school. All I need to know, if you've graduated or not, if you've taken an English course, say you've taken an English course. What English course? Was it communication? Was it writing? That would be an important detail. Languages here is good. Then again, professional skills portion, get in there. It's good that he rated himself in some of the important parts, but it's too general. Customer service could be anything. Could be one thing to one employer and another thing to another employer. That is too generic. It doesn't tell me anything. So when I look at this resume, I'm going to know that until I interview this guy, I'm not going to know whether he's a good fit or not. And most likely, I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to put this resume aside. Let's look at another freelancer. She has a career summary. Look at the bullets. They're all the same. Lead generation, admin, task, email. Personal task, email. Again, does it tell me exactly what she knows how to do? No. And the fact that she has 5 of them here, I don't care. What companies? I don't care. She doesn't even have the dates. Personal profile. A little bit is good. Again, this is too long. I wouldn't read that long. It's good that she specified that she uses WhatsApp. I have a way to get a hold of her right away. Then some skills and abilities. Again, not enough. Repeating of the bullets. And training education. That's good enough. All I need to know is what type of area or specialty that she has additional education in. Now let's move on to a template that I have built for you guys. I'll provide the link below as to how to get it. But take note of all these sections. You can modify them, move them around, add more details, less details. But this is information I, as a potential employer, want to know about you. If I see a resume that has all this information, you are going to hear from me. I'm going to want to get an interview and see what you're like in person. But this will give me exactly what I need to know when I'm looking for people. Okay? Nice picture, something as to how you're working. Maybe home office photo would be good enough. I don't need, a prom made up photo here. Name and the job. So who are you right now? Are you right now virtual assistant and social media manager, or you want to put something else, freelancer, copywriter? Who are you right now? Then I want to see a little bit in the summary, but this is important. What is it that you want to cover in the summary? Why I'd want to hire you instead of other candidates. For example, you're exceptional at this or that. you're learning a certain skill. Maybe you're taking a course on something specific, maybe Photoshop. Put it in here because that will set you aside from other people. And maybe a little special, a little bonus, like a special offer. You are your own brand, you are your own business. So maybe you offer a small trial project at 50% off, or maybe even free. Maybe you offer a couple hours for free. Whatever you want to put in here, or maybe you offer a guarantee. If the person is not happy with your work, you're going to redo it. Whatever you want to put in here, it will entice the employer to take a look at you. Key specialties. Very, very important. This is your signature. This is why you would be a fit or not a fit to a specific job. For example, content creation, graphics. Show that you're creative. If you're not creative, don't put it there. If you'd rather somebody give you a template for Canva or any other tool, don't put that you're creative. Don't create a false expectation. It's better to under-promise and over-deliver always. That you know how to create a content plan and how to schedule it. You can put calendar, whatever. You can put a tool in here, although there's another section for tools I'll show you later. You know how to research and create post descriptions. Everybody that I know struggles with this. This is a little bit of a time-consuming task, but I will show you in later videos how to make it not so time-consuming and almost automate it. But this is what an employer wants to see. He doesn't want to see social media management. What does that mean? This is breaking it down in exactly what needs to be done to get that post created and out there to the public. Creating hashtag banks. Once the bank is created, you can rotate, take 20, 30 hashtags from there, whatever the platform allows. But having that bank documented is very important. If you know how to do that, how to research those hashtags, it's a skill an employer will appreciate. Standard performance analytics. Again, you just need to know where to go on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform, but do it. Learn how to do it. Analytics are metrics. They show how those posts are performing. They'll show that your posts are performing well. So show it off. If you know how to see the analytics, if you have proof that your posts have performed well, this is something you can add to your portfolio, which I'll show you later as well. Email support, social media outreach, contacting people, finding contacts, whatever they are, suppliers, potential customers on outreach. Those are the ones I would highlight. You may be specializing in something else, highlight those things. Career goal. Why is it here? Yeah, aren't we here all to make money? Yes, but what is it that you're passionate about? What is it that you get excited about? So for example, my goal is to learn to be an experienced video editor and one day to start my own YouTube channel. So it shows the person that you have a special interest in video editing, that you're strong in that area, you're passionate in that area, and you're most likely to get jobs that align with something that you want to excel in. So it's a win-win to you and to the employer because you're going to be picking up those skills as well as you're gaining that experience. You can mention some things you like doing, like creative things or maybe numbers or accounting or whatever it might be. Contact details. This is a little bit different these days, so take a note of this. I want to know your number. I want to know if I can reach you on WhatsApp. Nobody's doing international calling these days, so if you want to put a cell number, that's optional. Email, obviously. You want to put a link to your portfolio if you have one. If not, I'm showing you how to do that as a second page of your resume or a third. Location. I don't need to know your street. I don't even want to know your city. I may not know your city on the map. It might be in a different country that I'm not familiar with. Don't waste the space. Put the country, maybe the city. Most important part is time zone. What is our time difference? Because that will drive a lot of decisions. And your available hours. In your time zone, or you can specify in some other time zone, EST or PST are the typical North American time zones, or maybe London time, whoever you're targeting as your client. All right, so that's the section on the left. So let's move on to the right. In the skills and experience, note how high level they are, yet very precise. So you are a virtual assistant and social media manager. We're breaking it into two parts. You can combine it if you're only going after one. I want to know what skills you have and where you have gained them. That's as much as I need to know. I don't need to know that you've done them 15 times at 15 different jobs. All I need to know is these are the skills you know how to do as a virtual assistant, and you've done them through self-study. You've gained them through self-study and through experience from company 1 and company 2. If you want to put years that you worked there, that's fine, but I can ask you that if I'm really interested. Similar idea here. Very detailed skills such as design from scratch social media posts, create brand mood boards and brand kits. Those are detailed parts of a social media job. They're not just, oh, I manage social media, or, oh, I created content. How? These are the important steps you need to know. Or maybe you don't have those skills. I'm just listing them here. Very good skills to have, by the way. You should have all these skills. Then, for example, research and saved hashtags, as I mentioned before. And again, where did you learn those skills? You took a course. List those courses here. Maybe you took a little project, maybe as a freelancer, put the project here. If you have something to show off, if you have a client whose profile is public, put their profile here. I can go look up and see your work. I can see how creative you are and how beautiful that feed looks. Show it off. Technical and creative skills. You can break it up into technical and creative. I sort of combine them here because for the social media management, they are very much connected. But if it's a different type of work you're applying to, you can create two sections here. Software I know how to use. Again, I'm not asking you how many years did you use this in your work experience. I'm asking you, do you know how to use it? You could have gone and learned it on your own. A friend could have taught you. You could have taken a course. That's what's important. So in this work, you don't really have to have any experience. If you've gained those skills, you practice them for your own social media, for a friend, for a little project, that's all you need to get started. But you need to be good at it. So again, some examples here. Canva, video editing, Facebook covers, and so on. Go through Canva. They have a learning center. You can learn so much from that. You can learn a lot about YouTube from their university. Every single tool has their own academy. Spend your time going through those videos. They're free, but they're priceless. It's going to add so much value to you. Buffer. Multi-platform posting, again, an invaluable tool. You can post to pretty much all of the commonly used social media platforms from one place. You can monitor comments, do hashtag, do scheduling, an amazing tool. Tailwind, the same. It's only for these 3 platforms. Biteable video editing, an amazing video editing, simple drag and drop. Photoshop, a little bit more complex, a little bit of a cost there. I wouldn't expect people to come with a Photoshop knowledge or a license, but if you have it, good, put it there. And even some basic tools like the Windows Media Editor, put it there. Then, how do you ensure excellence? How can I get to know you a little bit from this section so that I know that I want to interview you? Put things that are important in a relationship with a boss or an employer. I have another video on that, on soft skills. Look it up. But these are some of the highlights that I would put. That you report time that you actually spend on tasks, that you don't exaggerate the time, that you double check things before posting, that you ask for review and approval, you follow instructions, you read your instructions. Some people don't read the instructions and just jump into doing things, and they miss things, and then they have to redo it, or they make the employer unhappy. Education. and experience. Okay, so this is pretty much how much I want to know about your experience. Graduated from high school, kudos to you. Gives me an idea of your age. That's about it. You don't even have to put it in. I'm assuming you graduated high school. Although really it's not important if you're a good VA, if you're still in school, awesome for you. The earlier the better. Now you can add any post-secondary education, any of your experience. Really not important. If you had it, good. If you didn't have it, good. If you consider yourself a self-employed VA and you pick up a little gig here and there from some freelancer websites, perfect. I really don't need to know how long you've worked. I need to know what you can do with what tools and how proficient you are with what you're doing. Especially if you're applying for an hourly rate, you need to be efficient. You need to be able to accomplish as much or more of what an employer can do themselves. Otherwise, they wouldn't outsource it. They want to give it to someone who's more productive than them. If you've taken courses, even little things like YouTube University, put it here. Put the course names, any e-learning you've done, add it here. Not to a lot of details, but something like YouTube video editing. Put that as a course name. You don't have to spell out every single module. And if you have any special awards and recognitions, you should be proud of something and really shows that it's part of you, put it here. Don't put some irrelevant ones. Something in sports, for example, it wouldn't be irrelevant for this job, so don't add that there. Put it here. Put it in hobbies and interests. Why that is important? For example, I have 3 or maybe more social media accounts that I need help with. If I see that I'm aligned with your hobbies in one of them, I'd be more interested in hiring you because I know that instinctively you will be good at it because you know the subject, because you're passionate about the subject. If you say you like gardening and I have a gardening social media account, we're connected right there and then. So put your hobbies and interests. The more the better. I want to know we have something in common. If you have interest in sports and I'm posting about cooking, maybe we're not going to have such a good connection. All right. Next portion is, so that's it for the resume, by the way. Next portion is portfolio. So what I would do, and since resumes are usually sent as one file, I would add snippets of your work right here. It would be invaluable for an employer to see. For example, an Instagram feed of the accounts you've done. You can blank out some of the important information if you don't want to share some details. But take a screenshot of a beautiful part of your feeds that you've done. Put them here. If you have a collage of something you've done, some images you've done or videos, this is a video, for example. Put them here. If you have any other achievements, you want to put bullet points, check marks as to what you've accomplished. You can put it here. You can put a little copy here of your emails that you've done for outreach or any type of copy you've written, maybe a blog post. Any other achievements that maybe you want to put your stats as to how many followers you've gained, or any analytics, any sort of results that you've achieved for your previous employers, or even for your own personal profile or somebody else's you manage, a friend, a parent. You can put it here. Anything helps. If I can see your style even, for example, your style is bright and screaming and showy, and I'm more subtle, and I'm going to be like, whoa, that sort of doesn't really work with me. So put a variety of things. If you've done a variety of things, put a variety of things. But if you have a style, if you have a certain signature look for your posts and that you're proud of, that you sort of resonate with, do that. If you have videos to share, you can embed videos. This is actually a Canva template. So I saved it as a PDF, and you can save it and send it this way, or you can share it straight from Canva with the embedded videos. So that's it. I hope that was helpful. Covered a lot. You may have to completely reformat your resume, but it's worth it because your resume is your ticket to that job. And once you are employed, stay on track, keep your promises, and again, under promise and over deliver. See you in the next video.